All right, welcome to this edition of the preview show. This is the first edition for the new season. So I'm gonna introduce my guest, but before that, you're gonna give us some minutes while we bring our guests on the show and kick off the show. Just give us a few minutes. We'll be right back. God bless you. Okay, we are back. So, welcome back to the preview show, your favorite live football show on YouTube. My name is Godwin Odiko. I'm your host. I'm still waiting for my guests to join the show. Once they signify, I will bring them on. We are going to have a nice time today discussing 100% football. 100% football. Please, if you are live watching us, you can comment your opinion also on the live show, and we will read it out on the show. So if you are live with us, you can comment your opinion and we'll read it out on the show. We are live now on YouTube. You can comment your opinion where, and if you feel you want to comment your opinion as the show goes on, you can comment your opinion and we'll read it out on the show. We are live now on YouTube on Complete Football Podcast on YouTube. So I'm still waiting for my guests to join the show, and once they join, we'll bring them on and we'll commence fully. But before they join, let's start on the topic that's let me start analyzing the topic that the headline topic for today, which is who is to blame for Manchester United woes. Um, I actually think right now I used to think it was the players that were so like I said, like a Jessica that doesn't want to improve on their performance in the pitch and doesn't want to give their all. But right now, looking at what the manager is doing, I think the manager has the buck stops at the table of the manager, and I think he is to blame for what we are experiencing. Why I say he's to blame is that this man is rigid. He doesn't want to change his style. He's not flexible. And you can't win in the EPL without being flexible. You have to be flexible. You understand? You have to be flexible in the EPL to win. So I think this is what. Okay, what my guests is welcome, Mr. Clinton. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm all right.
Okay, I
All
think
right.
it took you some time. It took you some time to join the show, like right?
Yeah, sorry, I
Because
was. I need strength. I need strength to banter man you.
no wahala, no wahala. We did. You see, I'm still repping Miami. I'm not ashamed of Miami. I'm still repping Miami. You can see.
You don't get choice now. We self, we've been there. We've done that.
Okay.
We've been there. We've done that.
You
Don't
can't
worry.
you can't shame the shameless.
You can't shame the shameless now. It's just a phase.
Yeah. So we are still waiting for our other guests to join. But before you came, I was just talking about the headline topic for today, which is who is to blame for Manchester United rule. I was saying I'm going to blame the manager because he's so rigid with his philosophy. He doesn't want to change. He's not flexible and doesn't want to. He's always very predictable. And you can't be a predictable coach and want to excel in the Premier League. It's not possible. You have to be very very flexible and to tweak your system most of the time. So I don't think I do you also bite my idea. What do you think? Who do you think
Well,
is responsible for Manchester United woes so far?
I would have, I would have agreed with you if Amorim was like the first manager you guys have had. You get, but you guys have had since SAF left, since Alex. You guys have had about four managers or no more: Mourinho, Ten Hag, Van Gaal, who else? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So Amorim is the fifth, and it's the same pattern. You understand? So there's something deeper than just the manager. Just like Ronaldo said when he was there, things are a lot different. There's a decline in the amenities. So I think the board needs to invest, beyond just buying players. Maybe improve the infrastructure, the quality, the training materials, and all that stuff. Invest in coaching. The quality of coaches. It's not just the manager that makes. That's why they have what they call a coaching team. You understand? There's what they call a coaching team. We have psychologists. there's a whole lot that goes on behind the scene, even down to the chef. Ronaldo complained about the kitchen and all of that. So when he came out then and I had that interview with Piers Morgan. Everywhere Man United fans were bashing him and all of that. So I think we're all seeing that all what he said is nothing far from the truth. So I think even if you sack Amorim, and I don't know who wants to come and perform that miracle, because whether you like it or not, football is psychological. It's just like as you are now. Let's say as you're 30, and then maybe tomorrow you get into a fight with someone that is like 14 or 15. Normally you're supposed to beat that person, but then that person beats you up. Tomorrow, someone that is also 15 or 18 will have that confidence that since this person beats you, he too has a chance to beat you. Same thing, it will start affecting you psychologically that, this one with 14-year-old don't beat me. People like say are no good the way I think. So I think that what the problem with Man U is more of psychological than just about tactics and all of that. So yeah, that's all I have to say, concerning that. Thank you.
Okay, but you see, I want to counter you on that, on what you just said, because I look at the players that Amorim has gotten at the moment: Umbuemo, Cunha, and Sesko. None of them have looked to click at the moment. You look at the players Arsenal got, Gyökeres, all of them, Zubimendi, they are already clicking. Look at the players Man City got, Czeki, Ryan Abi, all is in Czeki or what is the name? Then look at Liverpool, Ekitike. Look at Man U. So don't you think the manager still has? There's something the manager is not doing right.
Okay, let me speak on that. If you put 10 people, 10 good people in the presence of 1,000 bad people, they will be overshadowed. You understand? So the system with United is already faulty. So I don't think it's about you signing the players you sign. Mbeumo was at least had a fantastic season. So it's not like, okay, you brought in someone that was not proven. You understand? He had a fantastic, like his best season I think in his career last season, almost double figures in goals and assists in Premier League, which is very, very hard, to do. And that's why Man United went after him. We've seen flashes of Cunha. I watched the match against Arsenal. And he did very well. It's just the season is just starting. So hopefully they will, it's just, I think it's just fans that are just overtaking, they're just taking the whole thing so seriously. It's very few players that come in the team and make instant impact. Someone like Sesko is still young, he's 22, he needs time. And that is why I, as an Arsenal fan, didn't want us to buy him. I prefer we needed something. We don't have the time to come and start giving a striker time. We need someone that is proven, that is a gone man. You understand? Someone that is because in the last 2 seasons we lost to the league by 2 points on each occasion. So you see all these matches that you draw, all these matches you think at the beginning of the season, they don't matter, we will still pick up. They matter in the long run. You think about one match that you play, and you will be like, if only we had won this match, we would have been in a better position to win the league. You get so the players pick from sooner rather than later.
Okay. Some other Manchester United fans will argue that this manager is playing some players out of position. Like if you look at Bruno is not playing his number 10 position. If you look at Ahmad is playing as a right wing back. Some of the players are just played out of position, and that is why some people are complaining that this system is not working. That this manager needs to change. What do you think about? What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I think about the Bruno being played out of position. Firstly, he signed Cunha. Cunha is not an out and out striker. We've known him right from the days of Atletico Madrid. It was more of like a 10. You understand? And then
Yeah.
managers have their identity, they have their system. Man U, the owners of Man U, Ineos, I'm sure they must have had discussions with Amorim before they signed him. And then, just like when you're trying to get what do they call it? You're trying to win, like you tender a proposal when you're trying to secure a contract. You tender a proposal to your potential employers or what investors, and then you be like, okay, this is what I'm bringing to the table. This is what I plan to do, and they bought into his idea. So it's one of two things. I don't see him changing it. It's just like someone like Robin. We know what Robin does, cutting and shit, but you can't stop it. No matter how you already know what he's going to do, but you can't stop it. That is what makes you a professional. You understand? So I don't see Amorim changing his system because I don't think he even knows any other way to play. Same with all managers, just like Mourinho. Mourinho's identity is defense, counter. You understand? You get, and that's why he was able to secure, keep that record of 15 goals conceded in a season. Same with going 6 years unbeaten at home, because they have the identity, they have the system they play. Every manager has the system they play. You understand? So I don't see him changing.
Yeah.
It's one of two things. Either he buys players that fit into that system. Because if you are saying Bruno has to play up front and play Bruno as a 10, what happens to Sesko? Sesko was bought as a 9. I think the system is Sesko up front, Cunha as a right attacking midfielder. Left attacking midfielder, and then Mbeumo as a right
Mbeumo as a right attacking midfielder.
Then who are the midfielder? Bruno,
Casemiro.
Yes, Bruno Casemiro. And then he has wing back Doku and Amad. I think that Amad Diallo would be playing in Mbeumo's position.
Exactly. That's what most of Manchester United fans are saying, that Ahmad is being played out of position. He's not giving his best because he's being played out of position. That's what
he's someone that likes to hold on to the ball, dribble, and then the closer he is to go, the more deadly he is. Because the farther he is away, by the time he dribbles 1-2, before you know, the third person will collect the ball before he gets to where he can make impact. You get.
Exactly.
So I don't know. I think they just need to sign more players. Hopefully it works for you guys. But I pray it doesn't work for you
guys. Don't worry. God will shame you. God no good. God will shame you. So let's move to the next topic.
We will be asked for an devil with the server. You know the God. Only the same God.
No Allah.
God.
No Allah. Let's move to the next topic. This week, we discussed the trending topics in football. So this week, I think it was yesterday they did the draw, the UEFA Champions League draw, and we had some very intriguing fixtures. So I'm going to be reading out. I want to just ask you, Clinton, which EPL team has gotten the toughest Champions League group stage draw? Which EPL team do you think
I think Chelsea.
Okay.
I think Chelsea. The fact that the thing with Chelsea fans, I like the confidence they have. Yeah, they have a good squad, yes. But whenever I watch them, I see a team that is still, that will struggle against, serious team. But Chelsea is one. They are a very, very lucky club in the sense that somehow they find a way to win. You understand? Just like take a look at the Club World Cup. What they did to PSG. Everyone thinking that they just found a way to win, but I don't think there's a limit to which luck. I don't see them beating Barca. You understand? I don't see them beating. Who else are they playing? PSG.
Let me read they're playing backup Bayern Munich, Benfica, Atletico Madrid, Club Brugge,
Yes,
Olympiacos,
Atletico. Yes,
Slava Prague, Kairat Amri, and Atletico Bilbao.
those ones are, you get. That's why I see them. I see them struggling a bit. I see them struggling a bit because the teams in the group, Athletic Bilbao, Atletico Madrid, Chelsea usually struggles against Spanish teams. You understand? So I see them, but at another team, I think that has a very a kind of worrying fixture. I think Spurs. No, sorry, no Spurs. I mean um Liverpool. I think Liverpool too have some worrying fixtures, but they have enough firepower. Their attack is very very potent, especially if they go on to add Isak. You get, it depends on Isak. I would watch them against Arsenal this weekend, and before I can you know pass my judgment, I watched them Liverpool against Newcastle, and they were not convincing.
Mm.
One thing is defense. Defense wins you the league. You understand? You can have the best attack, but if your defense keeps on sucking up goals, in the end it would have a negative impact. Firstly on your goal difference, and it will get to a point whereby um, your attack. I think, is it the network?
Yes, the network is back. It's back now. Can you?
Okay,
Okay, I can see you
I
now.
can hear you. So
Okay.
I think the attack, you know, no attack stays 100% throughout the season. So that is when you need your defense. So in matches where you know that you're not going to score so much goals, maybe you're making those 1-0, 2-1 victories. You understand? That's when you need a
Yeah.
solid defense. You get, so that you score and then you can sit back and defend. Or even if your attack is misfiring, you are pretty sure that your defense is going to, they know what to do. They're going to do their own end of the bargain.
Yeah. I understand you. Thank you very much for that. Let's move to the next story. We're going to talk about Arteta now. Arteta has signed. This is his fifth year. Right? You're not. This is Arteta's fifth year, right? With Arsenal.
Yes,
Am I correct?
yes.
So now he has gotten almost all the players he wants this season. So I want to ask you now. You're an Arsenal fan. Thank God you're an Arsenal fan. And the other guy that will have come on the show is an Arsenal fan. So both of you will have been able to answer this question. Should Arteta be sacked if he fails to win the EPL this season? What do you think? Should he be sacked if he fails to win the EPL or any major trophy this season?
It's a tough one in the sense that I've been supporting Arsenal since 2004. I've not seen, the after the invincible season, that's when I started supporting Arsenal. You get, so I've
Yeah.
not seen Arsenal win the league, and I've seen us been through difficult times. There was a time, whereby if I were to face Liverpool throughout that week, I will be angry, because I know that we're not getting anything out of that match unless by God's grace. But these days, I'm going into matches, even with Saka injured, and I'm not even bothered. You get, I'm pretty sure that, bad as it bad, Liverpool is not beating us in that match. And that is what Arteta has done for at Arsenal Football Club. We've gone from receiving 5-4, being banter material, to people, saying, back out during the UCL draw, Baka fans were like, Arsenal is not one team. You imagine a whole Baka saying Arsenal is not one team they want to play. I don't know if you saw Bayern's tweets, because we're in the same group with Bayern. and then they were like, hello, the Twitter account was like, hello Arsenal. You get, the history between Arsenal and
That's
Bayern.
banter now. That's
You
banter
get,
now. Because
uh,
they always beat you guys now. They always beat you guys.
exactly. So like we are really angry because we are pretty sure that okay, it's time. We're pretty sure that it is, this time is not going to be the same thing because we are much more better side, and that is what Arteta has done for Arsenal. We are confident that even if okay, on a bad day, we are not getting beat. You are not beating Arsenal 3-0. You are not beating Arsenal 4-0. You get, Greensby is not going to knock us out.
You know?
No. I'm not even bantering. I'm not even doing that on purpose. This is the level we are
Okay.
getting to, and I know it can only get better. So
Okay.
I don't think Arsenal signs the players they signed this summer to sack Arteta next year. You get what I'm saying? Because I feel
Okay.
he has the full backing. We sack Arteta, so who's coming? You get, that's bringing
Yeah.
another manager to start another philosophy. The players getting to, get used to another formation, another style of play. And that is what is wrong with Chelsea and Arsenal and United. The more you keep changing managers, you're not going to get to Sir Alex Ferguson's era. That's one thing man you need to know. You get one thing I learned early in life is when you don't come up for level you did before, the earlier you know that you're no longer on that level, make you adjust to your new level, the better for you and the less disappointment for you. So that is the problem with Man U. They keep comparing themselves to when Sir Alex Ferguson was in charge. I don't see you guys winning the league in the next 10 years. This is not even me
10 years,
bantering you
care.
people.
10 years, care.
Hold
You know
on,
what 10
hold
years
on.
is?
I know what 10 years is now. 10 years ago, we were in 2015. You didn't win. Your last league was 2013. Network. Come here.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, the network was.
Okay,
I think there was.
Continue.
Call.
Continue. You said 10 years ago you were what?
So 10 years ago, it was 2015.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you guys won the league 2013. That was Alex Ferguson's last season. Yeah? I'm pretty sure when when you left, you guys were like, okay, don't worry, we'll win it before 3 years or 4 years. But now it's been 10 years. You guys won. It's been 12 years. You guys won the league last. Yes. So there's every probability that in the next 10 years you will still win it.
10 years is too much. 10 years is too long, go. 10 years is too long.
The longer you stay in a situation, the harder it is to that situation. You understand?
Yeah.
Because teams are getting. Do you see Man U winning the league? Chelsea, for example, let's even say a better team than Chelsea. There's you get, and then there's Arsenal.
Okay, I can't hear you again. Did you mute yourself? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. I can hear you. I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Okay, your network was hanging. So I was
Yeah.
saying, yeah, the longer you stay in a bad position, the harder it is to leave that bad position. Because whether you like it or not, it starts to be feel like that is normal, your normal position. You understand? You're struggling to adapt to that situation. There are teams below you that are trying to pull you down. There are teams above you that are hoping you don't catch them, that keep pushing you down too. So I don't see you guys winning the league in the next 10 years. Unless maybe there's some Arab money intervention and then you guys try to build a super team. Yeah, maybe, but I don't see that happening. Yes, well, thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for that analysis. Let's go to the next topic. It's been around the news now that Oliver Glasner of Crystal Palace and Andy Raola of Bournemouth have been tipped to take over from Amorim if he gets the sack early this season. So, who do you think is best suited between these two managers? Is it Andy Raola of Bournemouth or Oliver Glasner of Crystal Palace? Who do you think is best suited to take over from Amorim at Man United?
I think Glasner will do better because
Okay. What are your reasons? What are your reasons?
are similar to the kind of players that United has. You get
Yeah.
so because he plays Mateta up front and then he plays Eze and Sa behind Mateta like attacking midfielders or inside forward. You understand? So I think
Yeah.
the players that United have are more suited to Glasner's system. But then it
Okay.
could also be a case. It's not every manager that can manage a big team. Some managers are suited for mid-table teams where there's no much pressure. You understand? Theirs is just to probably try to get into Europe. If they get into Europe, it is a 10/10 season for them. But that is not what Man U is looking for. Man U is looking to get back into the Champions League. Then in subsequent years, they are thinking of winning the league.
True. All right. Thank you very much for that analysis, for that brilliant analysis. Okay. I think with that, let's not waste time because we are looking at finishing at an 1 hour show. So let's go to our predictions for the weekend. EPL. We're starting with the EPL matches. Chelsea versus Fulham. What is your take, Clinton?
I see a draw.
Are you serious? A draw
Yes,
at Stamford Bridge? At Stamford Bridge.
They drew Chelsea drew Crystal Palace at Stamford Bridge. I don't see why it's not going to repeat itself. Besides, it's a London derby.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
predicting a draw.
What's your score prediction? What's your score prediction?
And probably 2-2.
That's going to be a high scoring match. Okay. 2-2
Yes.
from Clinton. Let's go to Man United versus Burnley. What do you think? Do you think Man United will rise from the ashes and do something miraculous?
Hopefully it happens for them.
Are you there? I think we've lost Clinton. Okay. Let me do the I don't think Clinton, are you there? Are
Yeah,
you
I'm here.
there?
I'm here. I'm
Okay,
here.
okay, okay. Okay, what's your score prediction for Man United versus Burnley?
I see Man U winning the match. I see they have a lot to prove. They have a lot to prove. They can't afford not to win this match. They can't afford. But funny enough, the funny thing is that Man U have a terrible record against Burnley post Sir Alex Ferguson. So
True.
hopefully that doesn't come into play because Amorim has a lot to prove. Yeah.
Okay, let's move to the
We
next
can't
match.
we can't even afford to draw that match.
Yeah, it's a must win.
Thinking,
It's a must win match for Man. U. It's a must win match for
yeah,
Man. U. Even the players will know that is a must win match for them. It's a
yeah.
must win
So
match for Man. U.
they need to turn up.
They need to turn up. Actually, yeah, you're right. So let's move to the next match. Tottenham versus Bournemouth. What's your take? Tottenham, they have been brilliant this season. They've been winning all them. I think they're top of the table at the moment. So what do you think? Do you think they'll sweep Bournemouth away again
I
at
don't see them sweeping
London
I
Stadium?
don't see them sweeping Bournemouth away. But I see it as a high scoring fixture. But I think Tottenham will just nick it. Maybe 3-2 home advantage.
Okay, Tottenham to nick it 3-2 from Clinton. Okay, let's go to Wolves versus Everton. What do you think? Wolves versus Everton.
I see Everton winning that match 1-0,
Okay.
1-0 or 2-0 away from home.
Okay, and a will win for Everton in this game or in this fixture. Let's go to the next match. Sunderland versus Brentford.
A solid draw, 1-1 draw.
Okay, a 1-1 draw. Leeds versus Newcastle. Leeds versus Newcastle.
I watch Leeds against Arsenal. If they start early, funny enough, this is a very tricky picture. You know, the Leeds against Arsenal were in the first 20 minutes they were threatening. You understand? And if not for the Raya's brilliant save, they would have gone ahead. You know, they are an attacking, fast-paced team. So I see them causing Newcastle some problems, especially without the help of Alexander Isak.
Okay.
So, but I'm seeing Newcastle with the experience, the Premier League experience, coming in, you know, in terms of time management, player management, and and knowing to how to control the tempo of the game. So I see the 2-1 to Newcastle.
2-1 Newcastle win, right?
Yes.
Okay, 2-1 Newcastle win. Brighton versus Man City. Wow, this is going to be an entertaining fixture. Brighton versus Man City.
It's going to be an entertaining fixture, yeah. Well, I see Brighton coming out with a result, either a win or a draw. So I'm probably a 3-2 win or a 2-2 draw.
Okay, a 3-2 win for Brighton or a 2-2 draw, right?
But then it's tricky. Those nasty people can just go there and pump 4 goals first half.
Exactly. Man City, you can't predict Man City. They are so unpredictable.
Exactly. You get so. Let me change. Probably 3-1 win to Man City.
Okay, 3-1 win to Man City. Okay. Forest versus West Ham. Nottingham Forest versus West Ham.
I see Forest getting a convincing victory, probably a 3-0 or 4-0 victory against West Ham.
Okay, a convincing victory from Forest against West Ham. Okay, Liverpool versus Arsenal, the big one of the weekend, this, the biggest clash of the weekend in Europe. What do you think,
Just
Ume?
because just because Saka is not playing, I see it as a draw. If Saka were playing, Arsenal straight win.
Okay, okay, okay. We'll come back to this. A lot of people will come to this record because this live video is going to be stored on YouTube, so people will come back for you. And if your predictions are not right, they go. You have to explain yourself in the court of law.
My prediction now,
All right,
you choose it.
let's go to the last game of the EPL fixtures. Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. What do you think?
I see. I don't know. I don't want to predict another draw, but Crystal Palace lost a very important player in against Tuesday. So Aston Villa have not been at their best. So I see two teams probably a new draw.
Okay, a goalless draw, right?
Yeah.
Okay, a goalless draw between Aston Villa and Crystal Palace. All right. You can drop your predictions in the comment section so that we can read it out to the viewers also. And if you're not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do so now because we'll be dropping mouth-watering content every week, and we'll do this show every week so you don't miss out on this show. Now let's move to La Liga. Elche versus Levante. Let's see what will happen in that one. Elche versus Levante.
Uh, I see LT edging it 1-0.
Okay. What about Valencia versus Getafe?
Oh, Getafe Boko Haram team.
What
But
do you what do you call them?
Valencia,
Why do you call them Boko Haram? Why do you call them Boko Haram team?
those people are very nasty. They play like 7 men behind the ball. So
Okay.
probably I see a draw. I don't see Valencia having enough firepower to break down that defense. Probably a goalless draw.
Probably a goalless draw. Okay. Alaves versus Atletico Madrid.
Atletico Madrid have not been at their best this season, but I see them nicking that out. Probably a 2-0 win.
Okay. Real Oviedo versus Real Sociedad. Real Oviedo,
I don't
they
think,
just came from the relegation. They got promoted from the second division.
yeah, Santi Cazorla.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
So, but predicting Real Sociedad, to start their campaign against Real Oviedo, probably a 2-1 win
For Real Sociedad or Real Oviedo, who's going to win?
for Real Sociedad. And I also see a penalty in that match.
Okay, that anybody that is a book, the punters can bet on a penalty in that game and smile to the bank after the game. Okay, Girona versus Sevilla. What do you think? Girona versus Sevilla.
Girona, because of the home advantage, probably a score draw, 1-1 or 2-2.
A score draw for Girona versus Sevilla. Okay, Real Madrid versus Mallorca. The next game.
Real Madrid probably scoring about 4 to 5 goals.
Wow. Celta Vigo versus Villarreal.
I see Villarreal edging them is a high scoring fixture. Probably Villarreal 3-1, 3-2.
Okay, Villarreal 3-1 or 3-2 from Clinton. Okay, Real Betis versus Athletic Bilbao.
That's another interesting fixture. And Athletic Bilbao. I don't know. They're just one very unpredictable team. I will go with a draw.
Okay, a draw. Okay. Is it a score draw or a goalless draw?
A score draw.
Okay, a score draw. Let's go for the next game. Espanyol versus Osasuna.
Osasuna victory. A 1-0, 2-0 victory to Osasuna away from home.
Okay, a 1-0, 2-0 victory for Osasuna away from home. That is the bold prediction. Let's go for the last one. Rayo Vallecano versus Barcelona.
Uh, first half, 2 goals from Barca. Yes, and then probably Rayo scores one second half, and then Barca adds another one or two. So 3-1, 4-1 victory to Barca.
3-1, 4-1 victory for Barca. Okay, punters, you can bet for an over 2.5 in that game and you smile to the bank. Thank you. This is where we round up our show for today. We couldn't get our second guest. I don't know. Maybe you couldn't meet up with the time and else, or you had an emergency to deal with. So I thank you very much for watching, all of you. I see you people, and I thank you for watching. We'll be back next week by God's grace. Maybe we can have Clinton again join us for next week, and we have other guests to join us. Clinton, thank you very much for your time, for sharing your time with us.
All right, thank you. Also let the viewers know that we're looking to open a studio.
Yes, yes, yes.
So let them know, let them have
We are
it
looking to
in
get
mind that.
we are looking to get a studio in Lagos so that we can be doing you will not be live. It will be a recorded podcast where we can just record ourselves and share content every week by the grace of God. And if you want to contribute, if you want to sponsor us, you can sponsor us. You're open for sponsorship by the grace of God. So thank you very much, everyone. See you next week and have a wonderful weekend.
All right, take care, bro.